And we just heard that call out for engine chill. It just started. And the next event that'll be coming up will be the stage 1 RP1 load complete. And that's basically they're just topping off the fuel tank on the first stage of the vehicle.
Shortly after that, the DART spacecraft will transition to internal power. That happens right around T-minus 5 minutes. And liftoff time tonight is at 10:21 and 2 seconds Pacific time.
And we're still progressing towards T0. The count is going well so far. Everything is progressing well. And at this stage in the game, coming up soon, the other thing you will start to hear discussion about the strongback. And basically what the strongback is that fixture you see on the side of the Falcon 9 there. That is basically supporting the Falcon 9 leading into launch. It provides the power, the electrical power, and the fluids going to the Falcon 9 while it's standing there on the pad. And we should be hearing.
Spacecraft is on internal power.
We just heard a call out for spacecraft on internal power.
It's good news, exactly what we want to hear. Our view a little bit obstructed right now by the venting off the side of the rocket. And that structure you see just to the right is the transporter erector. And that is the strongback. It's hard to see behind the venting, but there are a couple of arms kind of clamped around the top of the second stage of Falcon 9 that will be opening shortly as that strongback begins to recline just a couple of degrees in preparation for liftoff.
Yeah, and one of the call-outs you may have heard is the tanks are pressurizing for strongback retract, and that's really just they're pressurizing the tanks to make sure the vehicle is structurally sound so they can remove that support from the Falcon 9. And it may be a little bit difficult to see the retraction here because of the fog that's around the vehicle right now.
NLM, LD on countdown 1.
LD, this is NLM.
Looking to confirm you and your team are go for launch.
Yeah, NASA is go for launch.
All right, so we just heard that confirmation that the NASA team is go for launch. And we can see that strongback retract happening as we speak.
And basically that was the last confirmation from between the NASA team and the SpaceX team to say that we're good to go. And
so, go ahead.
And next milestone you hear coming up would be the stage 1 LOX load complete. And that's basically topping off the oxidizer tank on the stage 1. And that should be coming up here shortly.
And you can see a little bit better on your screen now that the
Stage 1 LOX load complete.
Yep, just heard that confirmation. So the stage 1 is completely topped off of fuel and oxidizer. So we're looking good on stage 1 right now. And shortly coming up, you'll hear them topping off the stage 2 tank.
There's a wider view now of the transporter erector. You can see that recline. And as we get into those final seconds before liftoff, we will see that recline even further, all the way to 45 degrees just before liftoff, clearing the way for DART to take flight.
Yeah, and as you see, the strongback is tilted back a little bit. You see some cables that are still connected to the Falcon 9. Those are the umbilicals that are still providing power and fluids to the Falcon 9. And at liftoff, they will disconnect, and the strongback will move even further out of the way and to give it a nice clearance when it takes off.
We'll have a series of rapid events after liftoff that will guide you through with that progress bar. And Falcon 9 will have 2 burns for this mission.
Stage 2 LOX load complete.
We just got that confirmation that stage 2 launch load complete. At this point in time, all of the propellants have been loaded onto the launch vehicle, and everything's looking good.
And in the meantime, the SpaceX drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, is standing by in the Pacific Ocean, ready to receive the first stage booster that will be landing little more than 9 minutes after liftoff on the drone ship. We don't expect to hear sonic booms here on land because it's coming down in the Pacific Ocean. So if you were here for Sentinel-6, you probably heard those a couple of sonic booms. That was because the booster was landing on land. Not the case this time.
Yeah, it would be awesome to hear it, though. It's
Falcon 9's in startup.
It's awesome to see. We just heard a call out that this Falcon 9 is in startup. That means it's going through its startup sequences. The flight computer is taken over, and it's going through its process.
Falcon 9, DART, go for launch.
We just heard that final call that Falcon 9 and DART are go for launch. T-minus 35 seconds and counting.
T-minus 30 seconds.
T-minus 20 seconds.
T-minus 15. 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff of the Falcon 9 and DART on NASA's first planetary defense test to intentionally crash into an asteroid.
So we're getting a nice view of the onboard cameras from the Falcon 9. So you can see it looking towards the aft end of the first stage, and you can see those engines coming to life.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
And Falcon 9 will be reaching max Q in just seconds, the moment of peak mechanical stress on the rocket.
And here in the Mission Data Center, we can feel the rumble from the Falcon 9, and it's always amazing to hear and feel.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Everything looking good right now. It's really shaking the building where we are.
Vehicle supersonic.
Just heard that call out for supersonic. Going faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
And we've just passed max Q, that moment of peak mechanical stress on Falcon 9.
And everything's looking good. We're still getting some nice views of the onboard Falcon 9 camera. And we should be coming up on main engine shut off here in about a minute. So far, everything's looking good. All reports are nominal.
Invec chill has started.
We just heard the call off impact chill, so that's where it's getting ready to prepare second stage for engine ignition.
Now that main engine cutoff, or MECO, we expect at T plus 2 minutes 30 seconds, and then almost immediately after that, the first and second stage of Falcon 9 will separate, followed by the stage 2 first ignition, and then shortly thereafter, the jettison fairing at about T plus 3 minutes 8 seconds. So far, nominal liftoff.
And as if you notice, the plume or the flame coming from the engines have gotten bigger. That means it's high in the atmosphere, where the atmosphere isn't compressing the flames coming from the launch vehicle.
MECO.
Okay, we just heard
Stage
that.
separation confirmed.
Invec ignition.
So we just got confirmation of MECO, stage separation, and stage 2 ignition.
And so this is a view of the stage 1 Falcon 9 booster. You can see those hypersonic grid fins beginning to extend. The shot is a little bit dark, but you can see them extended out from the base
Bearing separation confirmed.
of the booster, and we just heard confirmation that the jettison fairing is complete. And those hypersonic grid fins help guide the Falcon 9 booster back down towards Earth. Again, it's heading towards the Of Course I Still Love You drone ship.
Stage 2 on nominal trajectory.
So we just heard everything's looking good for stage 2. You heard the positive confirmation of fairing jettison. And the Falcon 9 booster will be coming back. They'll be doing 2 burns. They'll be doing a boost back burn to get it closer to the Of Course I Still Love You that's sitting about 400 miles south of where we are off the coast of Baja, California. And then they'll do another burn when it's coming in for a landing.
We're at T plus 4 minutes, 6 seconds, and so far, nominal ascent of the DART mission, NASA's first planetary defense test. Falcon 9 booster will begin its re-entry burn in a little over 3 minutes.
So far, everything's looking great. And that's exactly what we wanted to hear. It was awesome to hear it and feel a launch while we're sitting here in the Mission Data Center.
Yeah, that rumble never gets old.
Yeah.
And hard to believe in about 11 months from now that that DART spacecraft the size of a vending machine is going to
Mid-flight guidance.
crash head-on into Dimorphos at the speed of 15,000 miles per hour.
Yeah. And as we were talking about before, how fast is 15,000 miles an hour? I mean, it's like going from New York City to Los Angeles in less than a blink of an eye. So faster than you could blink, you travel across the country. So right now we're getting a good video that's looking at the interstage.
We're obviously having some technical issues with some of our video feeds,
Stage 2 on nominal trajectory.
trying to get those feeds, get those kinks worked out so we can get those views back for you. But in the meantime, we will continue to talk you through everything that we're hearing. We can't see those views, but we are hearing that everything is nominal and on track.
Yeah. And as as you heard before, it may be difficult sometimes to get the video from the stage 1 landing. It's coming in very fast, and sometimes it's hard to get that video.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's okay. We can see, and we see a view there. It's just very dark out.
Okay, so look like we're getting some good video.
Stage 1, FTS is safe.
Stage 1, entry burn startup.
All right, so we got stage 1 coming in.
Now you've got a better look at those grid fins.
It's always amazing to see stage 1 coming back in for a landing.
Stage 1, entry burn shutdown.
All right, so
Okay, we've got a beautiful shot of stage 2 now.
Stage 2, FTS is safe.
Terminal guidance.
what we're looking at is the nozzle of stage 2, and you see it glowing hot.
Loss of signal, Cook.
At this point in time, everything's looking nominal.
And what you're seeing is that MVAC engine on the Falcon 9 second stage glowing.
Shutdown.
glowing red hot, and we just heard that engine shut down.
So stage 2 just completed its first burn of the first of 2 burns. So the first burn of second stage is helping to circularize the orbit after
Nominal orbit
the launch
position.
vehicle has gotten off of
Stage 1, landing burn.
the surface of the Earth. And then there's a second burn that'll be coming up. But right now, we are getting the landing burn from stage 1. It's coming in for his landing. Look like we're getting some good video.
Stage 1, landing leg deploy.
You can see this. You can see the drone ship. The landing legs are out. All right, so we're back. We're getting another view of stage 2 during its coast, and we just heard positive confirmation of stage 1 landing.
Yeah, it's tricky to maintain that feed from the drone ship at the moment of landing, but we do have confirmation that the first stage booster has landed safely and successfully on the, of course, I Still Love You, off the coast of Baja, California. And so now we are in the first coast phase of the Falcon 9 second stage, of course, still attached to the DART spacecraft. So it's going to be coasting for the next 20 minutes or so, give or take, and then second burn will get started. So we're going to keep an ear on things. But for now, we want to learn a little bit more about DART's mission. And to kick us off, we want to hear from the director of a new Hollywood movie about a cataclysmic comet.
I heard there's an asteroid. Tell me about it.
Hi, I'm Adam McKay, director of Don't Look Up. Our movie is about 3 scientists who tried desperately to warn the planet of an impending doomsday comet and are ignored. Our movie's made up. It's a comedy. But in fact, the brilliant scientists at NASA are actually launching a mission. It's called DART, the Double Asteroid Redirection Test. And what they're going to test is, can you send up a mission that can deflect an asteroid and steer it away from Earth if, God forbid, something like that were ever to happen? Remember to keep an eye out for it. It's going to be spectacular.
Thanks to Adam McKay of the soon-to-be-released science fiction comedy Don't Look Up. Folks, we are back inside the NASA hangar, and though the movie is not real, the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART, is real, and we are ready to show you every aspect of this mission with the experts who know. So welcome back, everyone. I'm Daryl Nail, and with me is Kelly Fast, program scientist with the Planetary Defense Coordination Office. We hope you really enjoyed watching the launch. I know Kelly did, because as it was going up, you were going, go, go, pumping your fists.
That was so exciting to hear the rumble of the rocket noise come through the hangar here, but then just, again, being so excited for the team that has worked so hard on this. I know they are partying it up wherever they're watching from, and so I'm so excited for them.
Yes, especially that launch viewing location out there. I heard that it was a fantastic